back, everybody, to Offshore-Live. I'm your host, Rick Cowell. And, man, it's been a great week so far. And with me tonight, starting off the show, is Captain John Cruz. John, welcome back, Rick. Sir. Good to see you again. And Mr. Holden Bernelson right here. And
I'm in.
That's right. Welcome, brother. Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Nice shirt, by the way.
Hey, man. I noticed you had a good shirt on too.
Hey, these are from Off the Hook. Absolutely. Where we are. We're broadcasting live. We're streaming live from Off the Hook across the water in downtown Morehead City. And yeah, we're looking good, aren't we?
Oh, man, got someone great, man. Let's get that.
Thank you.
Fresh.
Get it right.
Absolutely.
So we thought we'd ask Holden to come on board with us tonight to get an insight into what it's like to be filming on a boat and along with this crew that you've been with the majority of the week. Holden, how's that been going for you, buddy?
Man, from what I've heard of other boats, like you guys have heard as well, it is night and day. I will say that first day, I tried to show up with high energy, right? And I thought I was showing up to the boat. I was like, man, we're gonna do it, you boys. We're gonna get together. And we got the mates back here, the crew, and they're so methodical. They're sitting there, they're getting work done. And then Cap's not there yet. I hadn't met Cap yet. I've not met this man right here to my left. And I'm high energy. I wanted to get it smoking. And we are day one. There was some extra crimping. I think some paperwork had to be done. Day two.
Sure was.
He shows up. Same thing. Real serious. All of a sudden. I have never met the amount of energy coming out of somebody like this man right here. Because I'll tell you what.
I'm with you.
I'll tell you what, by day 3, we were all standing on the boat, and we're standing there. I'm on the front. I got a dock line in my hand, and when he gets over on the boat, that thing is backing down in the next 3 seconds. I was not prepared. I was not prepared for the amount of energy that he brought. I'm like, man, we're gonna do this, you guys. They're like, yeah, man, we got this. Look, we're running through stuff in our head. I know what's gonna happen. That line pops and this line pops, and Captain Cruz shows up, and it is balls to the wall, man. It is. Yeah. I mean, you better have it straight, and if you don't, just stay on the dock.
That's true.
If you can't play with the big fish, stay on the dock, right?
Yeah, man. And we integrated you straight in as well.
That's
he was doing some of this and pulling riggers and
yeah. So I got introduced to this by Mr. Brian here. I said, hey man, if you need any help filming any of this stuff, I'm here. I would love to help. And he said, hey man, we're gonna put you on with the winners of last year. I said, that's great. I said, wasn't that a small boat though? That was a 35 foot contender, wasn't it? Hey man, let me tell you, that first day it was blowing sideways. Ben, am I wrong, buddy?
Oh dude, it was rough, man.
It was. I got out there, dumped my boots out twice, and by the time I got out there, he'll tell you, hey, we became family. They invited me to the White Marlin Classic. I'm there. Let's do this thing, dude. I'm there for the rest of the trip.
Well, let's switch to John for a second, because I recall you and I just kind of speaking privately after a day or two with you hanging out with Holden, and you said that he's part of the crew now. He's part of the team.
Yeah, man.
And so how did that come about in general terms?
Man, we just clicked. He came on board. He immediately, his main effort was taking care of the camera, right? Getting the video and all that stuff. But he also was there to help and assist in any way, day one. And we just all clicked. We just clicked. He came on board. He was part of the team. Today, he was up at the bow of the boat like a perch, up there at Anthony Tower looking for stuff. Hey, there's a weed. I seen a fish. It was constant work, those two guys, and they actually, assisted us get on the fish at the end of the day. And we had to re-raise the fish today. We had a fish come in and smack a plug right there 9 minutes from lines out. We were that close just didn't connect. So we were, it all made a difference. And he not only helped there, he helped across the whole board in regards to all the, the preparation throughout the day, assisting where we needed. He's been on the wheel several times, got pictures of him behind the wheel. So yeah, it was a great
sounds
week.
like you earned your keep, buddy.
Man, I will add to that, I knew nothing coming into this trip. I learned more from these guys than
that's
most
incredible.
of these boys could ever.
So had you been offshore?
I have never.
What?
Never
my
been that
goodness.
offshore. Day 1, first mahi.
Okay.
Day 2, first white marlin. I just happened to miss that blue marlin, baby.
Yes.
And today, man, I learned so much just by helping me and Anthony iron things out. he spotted something 1.5 miles away. I was like, man, I see it too. So I mean, it's been an experience, man. Once in a lifetime experience. I couldn't be more happy to join this group.
I know that we sent Stephen Russell out with you guys, yesterday maybe?
Yes, yes sir. Fine American as well.
Yeah, so again, we can't tell you enough how much we appreciate you letting us send somebody with you and get this footage that we've got that's incredible, that no one really has ever seen before, unless, you know someone who's been out there and they get that video to you. But in general terms, we're getting some cutting edge footage where we're allowing people to see, for some people for the first time, what it's like to be competitive offshore fishing.
Absolutely.
And you guys have really set the bar really, really high there, Captain John. I got to tell you, we didn't win this year.
Nope, we didn't.
We didn't back it up, but there's always next year in there.
Yes, sir, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And, we didn't connect with a big girl this year, but we competed at a very high level. We raised
You were on
marlin.
the fish. You were on the fish,
KK,
definitely.
We were on the fish, and we earned every second out there. We're busting our butts. We're working hard. We're integrating our guys here. As well, Steven, and it all came together for us. Didn't get the big girl, but hey. We're very happy with the flags we hung and the fish we raised.
Well, I'll tell you an interesting story. A couple of days ago, when Holden came back to hand out his cartridge to Brian, he said they're going to catch a marlin. They're going to catch a blue marlin. Didn't you tell me that?
You need a camera on that boat.
Yes.
Every day. I don't care what you're doing. Those boys are so
and lo and
dialed in.
behold, the
It's
next
happening.
day is when you guys caught that nice blue.
The one day I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, duty calls, right?
Hey, absolutely.
But Holden, we certainly appreciate you and your willingness and your eagerness to learn, and you are to be commended, young man.
Like I
for
said,
sure.
once in a lifetime experience, man.
Man.
All righty.
And our
Especially
team
with this
appreciates
crew.
you, man. Our team really appreciates all the work you put in. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Family.
Thank you, bro. Your family, bro.
Absolutely.
We're actually going to come back with the mate and the cameraman off at the due south.
Okay.
Then we're going to come back with Captain John and crew to wrap up the show.
Perfect. Sounds real
deal.
good. So, are we going to go to some footage right now? We're just going to take a little break.
Quick break.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to Offshore-Live. I'm your host, Rick Cowell, and joining me right now is Alex Fisher. You might remember him from the other night, from our kiteboarding discussions and so forth. Well, it so happens that Alex has been also on board the Due South with Captain Mark, and Mark's mate is Randy Runyon.
Yes, sir.
And
Nice to
welcome to the show, Randy. I'll tell you what, we couldn't be happier to have you on board, buddy.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
I know that you've been working hard, and we appreciate you taking a minute out of your day to come out and hang out with us for a little bit.
No problem.
So first of all, you guys found a blue one this week, didn't you? Earlier this week, is that right?
Monday, very first day, and
Right.
we had 2 on within an hour and a half, probably. At the
No
start of
kidding.
it,
How
so,
about that?
Yeah.
One of them pulled
started
off?
Yeah, he come jumping, jumped right at us, shook the hook out on us, and we were letting the lines back out, and here come another one on the left short and piled right
Right
on.
on. And I think I remember that you guys were the 3rd release of the tournament in general terms. How long have you been mating for Mark on
This is my
the...
second year working with him here on the Due South.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Now you were telling me that you actually know John Cruz and his team because you're originally from his neck of the woods as well.
Richlands, and we
He's
hang
from
out
Richlands.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. And that's really cool. That I can imagine you guys share maybe some stories and techniques and so forth.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
So are you guys fished out or are you fishing tomorrow?
We're going to fish tomorrow.
You're going to fish
Still
tomorrow.
got
Now,
one day
one
left.
of 37 boats, I think, that are left to fish tomorrow. So, I mean, from an odds perspective, you got to like those odds.
Yeah, that's right.
Hopefully, you guys can get on the fish again real early.
Yeah.
And
Land
that
a
would be.
couple, it'd be just right.
Well, you know, we were talking earlier amongst ourselves, and we say, you know, over the course of the last 10 or so years, there's been several times where on a Saturday, the leaderboard has been changed totally,
right there at the
turned
last
upside
minute.
down
It can
at the
happen
last
anytime.
minute.
That's-
And I understand that they might have a fish coming in now. Is that right?
I think so.
Does
I heard
anybody?
that. ETA,
I
think's
think there's
like
another
11
fish coming in.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, man. They went way out.
I
Okay,
think they,
so.
I think they hooked up. They
So
hooked up at what, like
the
2:20?
not the game changer, outnumbered, widespread,
Gotcha.
and panic is to follow. Maybe we never know. That was a joke. So Alex, let me switch to you for just a second.
Hey, man.
For those who might not have been watching the other night,
Right.
you've been out there every day doing some filming for us.
Yeah,
You got some
yeah.
really good footage.
Oh yeah,
of,
great stuff. I
Why don't
mean,
you tell us a little bit about how that works out?
You know, so I mean, as a filmer on one of these boats, you know, we're always trying to capture what it's like for you guys. You know, what it's like to be a fisherman, and you can ask Randy. I'm always asking questions, always trying to learn something new. Just like Holden is on his boat. You know, and it's you always want to try to get all the B-roll and the raw to really show that emotion. Everything from going through the slot to the sunrises that we have. To
Now let me
flying
stop you right
fish.
there. Going through the slot.
Yeah.
What that means is we're traveling from our inlet and then we're coming through a little opening
Yep.
to go around to the east side of Cape Lookout.
Yep.
Is what we're talking
shoals.
about.
That's correct.
Crossing over the shoals where it can be dangerous. So sorry to interrupt you there,
that's
but
a great
I just wanted
explanation
to cover
of it.
that.
Definitely needed to be done, and you know, so that's I wanted to really capture that because that's something that every fisherman that fishes here gets to experience or knows. So it's something they can recognize.
Right.
Also, flying fish obviously are a great sign for blue marlin.
Yes.
We've got we had a lot of grass today, so I try to capture a lot of grass stuff. That's important for fishing as well. So just always trying to set the mood per se. And then also, once you get all that, then it's like, all right, now I got to get the footage of the fish.
Right.
You know, so now that's all we need, and so.
Well, your ride was fairly comfortable all week long.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
with
hasn't
the
been
exception
bad.
of Monday.
Yeah, Monday
or-
was a little rough in the morning, but it wasn't bad at all. No,
Right
it's been a really calm week of fishing, so maybe a little too calm.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, Randy, what kind of boat is the Due South? Who made that boat?
It's a 58-foot Sullivan.
Sullivan. Okay.
Yeah. It was a
And-
boat builder out of Virginia Beach or Virginia
Gotcha.
that way.
Uh huh. And so Mark has been on that boat 3 or 4 years
Yeah,
now,
this
maybe.
is Fourth year,
Something
I think.
like
Yeah,
that,
captain
yeah.
of that boat, yes, sir.
Let me ask you this: were you mating with him when he rolled in all those sailfish that day?
No, I had carpal tunnel surgery last fall.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
missed out the October
Oh,
season
man.
there,
Wow.
yeah, I unfortunately didn't get to be part of that part of it.
Right on. That would have been a heck of a story, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Aaron,
23
I
sales
believe
in 2
Aaron
days,
Patrick
pretty
was
strong.
with them.
Aaron
that
was?
day. I think was the mate that day. I believe.
You know, he got worn
Yeah,
out.
I think so.
Golly Moses. What
Almost
was it?
like
11 or
that.
12? We were trying to figure that out.
Oh,
the
it was
other day.
23.
Yeah, it was 11 one day and 12 the next
Yeah,
day.
There
2
you go.
days,
23
2 days.
sailfish in 2 days on the very boat that you made on.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Let me ask you this. When it comes time to getting ready for the tournament itself, What kind of hours you putting in on a daily basis?
Very long hours, about till 9 o'clock every night. Preparation's everything. Most of the fish that get caught are caught at the dock. Putting
Right,
the time
that's
in
right.
first. And putting it all together once you get out there.
Are you hanging out with Mark and you guys just tying rigs and stuff like that on the boat?
Yeah.
What's that? How's that like?
Rerunning lines, re-spooling everything, before the tournaments.
Right
and
on.
Everything's got to be in primo condition, and we check over everything every day, and so it's very, very time consuming, to try to be successful at it.
Well, everybody understands and knows who the captain is per se, but the mates are the people that do the real work.
We were just talking about that the other day on my show, and today we'll have more footage of this from today, but we didn't catch any fish today, but these guys were working.
They still
we were
worked
going
their
through
asses
a lot of
off,
grass,
didn't they?
so they were constantly working the lines. Hours and hours and hours of working the lines.
It's tedious.
Yeah.
It's laborious, whatever you want to call it. It's just work.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work.
And so, again, hopefully that you guys, as we see this footage, will understand exactly what the mates go through on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to keep the grass off the baits and to keep them running right and so forth. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with us, brother?
Yeah, we got a little footage. Is there some footage? I'll say
We
there's
got a
some
little footage,
going
or
on.
Yeah, check it out. This is actually footage from the news outlet that you shot in.
Yeah, it's the stuff that I shot.
all righty.
So we'll kind of see some stuff. And Randy, if you want to,
Did you get some video of the fish and stuff?
Yes,
that
yeah,
we
yeah. It's
caught?
all on here. So this
Yeah, I
is
hadn't seen all this shit.
the beginning
So
stuff's
you're,
kind of
you're,
hard.
you're heading out. Everything's already fixed up and ready to go. You don't have to do anything right now. You just
And this was
Saturday
all
morning,
Monday.
yeah,
This was
right.
all
This is
Monday,
Monday?
morning. Yeah,
Okay.
this is Monday morning.
There's some nice storm clouds there.
Yeah, you can see the storms on the radar. We definitely ran into some on the way out.
And,
Colton, you said you were so.
Not
I'll
much
tell you.
protection on the center console.
Right, you got to give those guys credit,
tough,
man,
you
don't you?
guys.
I mean, that
Killing
is
it
some
out there.
hardcore work. I'm telling you. You guys don't understand. You don't understand. The majority of these guys are going out on 54 footers,
Right.
46s, and here's the Pelagic Hunter 2 crew going out on a 35 contender.
Yeah.
Man,
Making it happen.
I'll tell you what, that gained instant respect from everybody who's fishing that damn tournament. I can tell you that right
That
now.
morning we could see all
Yes,
the
sir.
center consoles behind us going out and just like you guys were getting worked. And we were
Yes.
just like, whew. And then I talked to Holden that afternoon and he was like, man, it was a wet one this morning.
Yeah.
Hey, there's only one speed, it's console, right? There you go.
So Randy, are you the only mate, or do you guys have another guy on board helping you out? This
just
is
me.
you and Mark.
Me and the owners. The owners come fish all the tournaments.
The owners.
with us and
Okay,
stuff,
I
so-
see. I
And
see.
they're all avid fishermen as well. So
Yeah,
they're
they were all working very hard today too with cleaning the
was out
weeds.
there
And
doing
everyone was
Nice.
we
So
fished
so
very-
everybody's in on that.
very
Okay.
hard today.
It's
That's
a team
cool.
effort to make it happen. For sure.
Yes, sir. You better believe that. And well, I'm sure Mark's pleased to have you on board.
You
with
got
him.
any of that?
He's a great guy.
got
He's
any
a
of that
good
video?
guy.
Yeah.
We were hoping to get him on board. I think he's just a little leery about getting in front of the camera,
A
honestly.
little bit.
I wanted to ask him, and maybe you'll know the answer to this. How did he get his nickname Microwave?
His older brother is Big Wave Dave, and he was
Dave,
he,
yeah,
he
Dave.
was the younger brother. who
Okay,
always
so
hung out, so he was
microwave.
microwave.
Big Wave Dave and Microwave.
Microwave. That's
Okay, well, see there, even I learned something today.
There you go.
Well, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you coming out today. It was a real pleasure to have you on board.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
As usual.
Hey, and Randy, I've had a blast this week.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, man.
Friendships
Let's do it
that
again,
are etched in stone now, which is
Yeah.
another really cool byproduct
Oh, yeah.
of sending out
Fishing
guys.
community is
Yeah,
such a
definitely.
great community. Everybody works together.
You know, you're exactly right, and I
So,
say that year over year over year. The camaraderie, the brotherhood of the
Absolutely.
fishing community is for real, and it goes to perfectly show that. So thanks again, Randy. We
Yeah, no
appreciate you
problem.
coming
It's
out
nice
today.
to meet you, bud.
Yes,
For sure.
sir.
Anytime.
How about that, you guys? Stay tuned. We'll be right back with John Cruz and his crew. back to Offshore Live. And now we're going to close out this afternoon by hanging out with the crew of the Pelagic Hunter 2. Welcome,
boys.
Anthony, Captain John, Ben, KK, and now
Newly
new crew
involved.
member,
New member of the
Holden
team.
Myrtleson.
Oh yeah.
So who wants to go first? This is kind of a round table discussion this afternoon.
Got to be KK.
KK.
What's up, man?
I asked KK if he could see himself on the monitor. He says, Rick, I'm 250 pounds. I can see myself. Don't you worry about that.
I'm taking up some space here, man. Real estate.
But you did have a chance to reel in a blue marlin again this year.
Yeah.
So that's got to feel good.
Yeah, it feels just like reeling in a blue marlin, man. No, I wouldn't say feels good.
From an experience,
Doesn't feel good.
you know this now, right? From
Yeah.
From one year to the next. And again, I mentioned to John the other day that you guys did catch your target species, so
Yes,
you
sir.
got to feel really good about that. I'll tell you, there weren't a lot of billfish caught this week.
No,
Anybody notice that other than me?
Slow fishing this year.
Really slow fishing.
Absolutely.
I don't know what that means necessarily. It just comes and goes, you know.
Conditions didn't come
Yeah,
together
the water,
the way
the
they're
water,
supposed to.
Yeah, the water.
Fish
I was
are
going to
getting
ask you,
harder.
Ben, what do you think about that?
I think it takes time, a certain amount of conditions to come together, all at the same time. Give it a few days, the current gets together, it stacks the weeds up. That allows an ecosystem
To start, right? To
to start.
flourish. Uh-huh.
And once that starts and it gathers hold, just like if you find something floating, if it has barnacles and it's been there a while,
Yeah.
you want to fish
You
by
pull
it.
back and you stop and you
'Cause there's an
divert
ecosystem.
and you go fish that. You better
Yes,
believe
sir.
it.
And it's the same way with currents, upwellings, water. Over time, it gets better and better.
Right, yeah. Anthony, how was your first Big Rock tournament, sir? Was it a fantastic learning experience? Was it arduous and taskful? Or was it all of the above? All of the above.
Yeah, you can't even talk no more.
That's because I want to be on point because I see the amount of work, dedication that our leader brings to the table.
Sure.
Me and Kyle are just trying to replicate or at least try to attain at least a notch below that.
Right.
We're not going to get there, but that's all we can work for. So I'm up on the open bridge, giving him feedback about where the rip lines are.
Right
the way
on.
He's tracking, the way the spread works. And these two guys on deck, Ben and Kyle, and then as you heard, Holden being a part of the team, but it was.
Old Hawkeye down there.
You can see some video right there, Rick.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
How hard the team's working. That we don't let 30 seconds get wasted. It's full tilt from Jump Street. So full tilt the entire time. There we are.
Man,
Even when before lines were in.
It is up to the last minute.
Yeah.
The last 30 seconds, we are in there. They are putting in work.
It was
John
intense.
is screaming, yelling orders. I mean, the last 15 seconds, if we hook up, he's got the mic in his hand, holding it up, waiting for somebody
waiting
to
to yell
call
at
He's
out.
like waiting to call Randy.
I'm like, my mic's in again.
Absolutely.
I'm getting ready to yell at Randy.
Yeah.
He actually
Randy's
had
like,
one
I've
come
heard
in.
that name before. Let's go. Where's it at?
Now,
We
John,
had one come in at the last minute at 3:01 yesterday. Came right up.
Followed us up to the boat.
Plug-in came right in, Marlin.
Oh, my goodness.
So close.
Raised him up.
no, he's staring Ben in the
Wow.
eye from about 20 feet away.
Yeah.
He's right there.
The,
Just looking at him.
the left
Unbelievable.
long was the last one to come in, and I was reeling it in, and I looked there, and I was like, "There's a shadow there." And I said, "Hey guys, even though it's lines out, there's about a 200-pound blue marlin behind the boat. What do we do about that?"
Well, clearly you have to play by the rules.
Yes, sir.
And so you guys ultimately caught a white marlin this week and a blue marlin this week. Congratulations on two nice fish.
Absolutely.
There were 270 boats fishing this tournament this year, and maybe 12 or 15 caught fish out of that whole group of 270. So
Some of the
that's
best
doing
fishermen
something.
in the world.
You're exactly right.
5%, baby.
Some of the best guys in the business.
Any day I can compete against some of the best fishermen in the world at the highest level is a good day.
Indeed, that's exactly right. So, John, where do we go from here? What's next?
Next year, right? I mean,
Yes.
Next year, preparing already, excited about it.
Right on.
We have
You've-
a few other tournaments we may compete.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. So, you got a couple other tournaments you're thinking about doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We sure are.
All righty.
We have the White Marlin Open. We did it last year. We competed at a high level. We had a great success rate.
Right.
As well as the Mid-Atlantic. And
Okay.
we're looking at maybe the Jimmy Johnson and anything local that we can get into. We were in a couple of the local tournaments, but due to weather, small
Yeah,
boat,
yeah.
we just couldn't compete in them.
Right on.
Hatteras, the Swansboro, we
Yeah.
wanted to be in there. They were just too rough for our
Yeah,
boat and
yeah.
our people, so I had to cancel those. But we plan on being in every one in North Carolina that we can compete with all these awesome North Carolina local,
Dude.
as well as the guys.
Well,
that
that begs the question. Any plans for a larger boat in the future?
Yeah, I think we're thinking about it, and we'll see what happens here in the near future, man.
Depends on how many charters you get up under your belt, I reckon.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah, they're the grinders right there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we're running
Back to work on Monday, Rick.
Hey, he's got 3 half days tomorrow, so.
Oh my Lord!
Rick,
golly
whatever
Moses.
boat it is, I am on there.
Hey, there you go.
He is in.
Spanish mackerel tomorrow.
Hey, 14-foot John boat. We're running off Roker Cook. I'm in, baby.
Save us some for pitch baits,
Yeah, there you go.
right?
Yeah, we have him
How do you think we got them?
So, Kyle, what's your take on this year's tournament?
Man, it was incredible. You can't ask for anything better. You know, you ain't gonna win the Big Rock every year.
Yeah,
But
well, I guess
you know,
not.
there was almost 0 missed opportunities. These guys are dialed in. Captain John obviously put you on. I don't know what it is about this guy. He just
Seems to
catches,
be able to find them,
dudes.
doesn't he?
He's like, man, Captain John's like, man, I want to catch a swordfish. He goes out there, he throws a couple on deck. He's like, that ain't that hard. I mean, he is the guy can fish. Ben brought, man, absolutely incredible. Anthony just killed it. Learned a lot from this guy.
Right on.
Man, it was an awesome tournament, dude. Can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, man, coming
We
in
were
the
very
waterfront
successful.
yesterday with the flags, Kyle. I mean, him and I were like kids hugging each other,
Oh, yeah.
high-fiving, put a blue marlin flag release on there. It was awesome. Man.
Trying to dial in the blue
Big
marlin
Rock,
fishing, man, and
Man, just coming down that waterfront, it's amazing.
Well, it had to feel good all week long, knowing that you're representing the tournament in the sense that you won last year. And John, you had mentioned that a lot of people along the way really went out of their way to congratulate you and to give you insight and maybe help you out a little bit, because you've all of a sudden entered this new club, so to speak.
Absolutely.
And how does that stack up? How do you feel about all of that all of a sudden?
Man, it's amazing to have former Big Rock winners reach out to me
Yeah.
and give me advice, because there's a lot that goes on when you win the Big Rock. This
Sure.
is the Super Bowl, right, of
Yeah.
marlin tournaments.
Uh-huh.
So much that happens there. So they reach out with advice, but also just say, man, congrats, you know, awesome job.
Yeah.
That meant a lot, and I'm going to make sure that from now on, every winner, from whoever wins this year to
Right.
every year, it's as long as I'm around, I'm going to reach out and say, man, awesome job, and give them some advice, what I've seen from my perspective.
Right.
That'll be something I will do every year. And a good friend of mine, Todd Dickerson, gave me
Yes.
that advice, and he was the first one to reach out. Man, that is something I promise that I will do for the Big Rock and for this community here.
Right on, man. That's awesome,
man.
because now you understand what it takes to be a Big Rock champion.
Yeah, man, to
You
get
know?
that marble on the wall, man.
You
I'll
gotta
tell
love
what,
that.
there's a lot
So-
of responsibility that comes along with it.
You
Be
better believe it.
respectful to all the kid that walks up or the guy that says, "How did you do it?"
Yeah.
All of that. You be very respectful and humble.
Sure.
And answer every question. Our guys this week, I cannot tell you how many people have gone down to the boat at the slip while they're busting their butts, and I'm giving them time hacks.
Uh-huh.
And there's so many people come down there and talk, and they take the time out of their day to talk to these people. Did you win the Big Rock?
Yeah.
Or whatever questions they had, to take the time to answer those, and that's what it's about.
Rick, I'm
Yes,
just
it's
filming
fun,
this
man.
thing, and let me tell you the pride I've had walking into the local bars and these local places. Man, I'm with the guys who
Team
won
Pelagic
last
Hunter,
year. I don't care. It's that tiny outboard. Yeah, I dumped my boots out twice when we got out there for the water. I tell you what, the energy, the pride, it's all there. I could jump to the moon from here with his energy, half his energy,
Right.
and much less these guys right here. They put in the work. It is so dialed in and so meticulous that nobody else is touching this. I don't care. He's talking about things that I don't even know what the words are.
Right.
He said, make sure those things are sharp.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And next thing you know, here I am bleeding on the headphones and the camera. I'm all over the place, man. But
He's making that up, Rick. Not
Okay.
no, there's blood all over the boat. It was mine. But the pride I have, just even filming these guys, and the opportunity Brian and Rick have given me to be a part of your team, man, I literally walk into a bar and I'm like, yeah, I'm with those guys that won last year, man. You wait till they get here. We're gonna have some drinks.
There you go. It's always good to be a winner, you know.
Sir.
And you guys represented the Big Rock very, very well. We couldn't be more happy with the way that it turned out. Of course, we could have been happier if you guys had won again this year. Of course. But in general terms, those expectations are very, very, very high, and we wouldn't want to, you know, cumber you down with those kind of. That's right. We wouldn't want to pressure you guys like that. But it was enough pressure to even ask you to allow us a cameraman, and again, for that we are totally grateful for all you guys. So Kyle, congratulations, brother. It's been
good.
wonderful. Man. Ben, good to meet you.
sir.
And dude,
Captain
thank
John.
you for all you've done for the community in the Big Rock as well. For what
Yes,
you've done
sir.
for us, our team here, man.
Anthony, thank you, brother. It's a pleasure
watching
meeting
you
you
over the
guys. Yeah, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Hey,
Hey,
pretty work, brother.
Thanks to every single one of y'all.
Yeah.
Brian, Rick,
Yeah.
and you
Brian.
boys down the line, man.
Yes,
Let
sir,
me tell
buddy.
you.
Well, let me tell you, what a great way to wrap up the show, hanging out with the crew of the Pelagic Hunter 2. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll wrap this thing up. I'm your host, Rick Cowell. Thanks for watching Offshore-Live.
Good work, Brian. Hey. That's not fair. That's not fair. Hey, Brian, what was it you were saying about a drone this morning? Something about a boat being late?